said, we will see plenty more from him as we roll through this 30-minute jam session out here tonight. Coming up next, representing Canada, this is Teal Harley.
He's got some really unique rotations where he stops the spin in midair like that. That is amazing. Triple cork, but where most of these athletes and a lot of the free skiers you'll see continue to spin that triple cork and finish landing forward, he stops the rotation and lands it at 1260. It's just incredible. Take a look at just how he flips, spins, and where the momentum wants to take you all the way around. It's hard to tell, but it's more of a Lincoln loop, we would call it. Sort of a...
They have 2 minutes elapsed, still with 28 to go on the clock as we welcome in Colby Stevenson.
Colby winding it up too, going 1980. I don't know if I've ever seen him do that trick. I know for a fact he just recently was learning the forward 1800 and just stepping it up. We gotta slow this down so I can even count these when he's doing it. Full 7, full 10, and then wraps it up. I mean, look at that grab all the way around. And the landing, I mean, the judges, I spoke to them earlier, they're looking for the grab, locking in the grab, and holding the grab for the entire length of that spin. So if you do one of these massive, it's just gonna be very hard to keep your feet under you.
The third of our rookies out here tonight, we talked about him at the top of the show, Matej Svancer.
Oh, I think that was a nose butter off the lip. I saw the snow spraying. He's got so many unique ways to take off of the jump. So I've been seeing him in practice. He's got the nose butter where he spins off the lip. He's also got the hand drag. And look at that Japan. Oh, and one thing the judges are always watching for, and I personally am watching, a fact of adding something, some flavor, and not having all the tricks be the same.
We're already back up to the top of the order again here with Mac Forehand getting into round 2.
Oh, Mac Forehand, switch 1800, double grab, landing in the parking lot. That was gigantic.
And if you're wondering why we saw that last replay, we didn't see Andri's first run. That's how fast things are coming right now. They're not even waiting for the replays. They're just sending it.
These athletes want as many jumps as they can, and that's what gives them the opportunity to try more and more tricks. And I mean, there's lines on that
jumps into the 40s now with a 42. And again, the story as we roll through this, you need 2 big scores total together. He had to fall that first run, so that was huge there for Mac Forehand as we continue on with Teal Harley.
Yeah, and something to reiterate, you got to do 2 separate tricks. You can't do the same trick perfectly twice, so that score just replaces the score that he had before. So that's why it's going to get confusing until some of these athletes have 2 scores. It's going to seem like they got, wow, he got a 40 on that. Why isn't he moved up? It's because it replaces it sometimes. So just got to keep an eye on that scoreboard. And here we're taking a look at Teal, who's got a switch big 1440. So this is that same rotation. And I mean,
and community, stand up for others, respect one another, and choose kindness. For more info, check out disney.com/choose-kindness.
Alex Hall back in. I mean, he's gonna join the 1800 party. This is a spin to win, Marty McFly, back to the future type situation. We're going 18s, 19s, 2160s. What's next for these guys? I mean, it looks easy for Alex. He's doing one of the more unique grabs, and I say that every year, and still every year he gets a great score for it, and no one else goes for it because it is that hard. It's that difficult.
Of time on the clock here.
There's just so much happening so quickly. This is so hard to keep up with. Mac Forehand wrapping up. Oh, he wants to go for the 1800 as well. Gets the grab. Gonna have to take a look at that. Reaching back for the tail grab. How well does he get it? How long does he hold it? That's what the judges are really watching for. And another thing I heard from the judges is that you always replace a trick. You can't do the same trick twice. And as well, you can't do the same trick plus a 180. So say you do a double cork 14, A double cork 16, just a little shifty of the hips at the end, is likewise the same sort of trick. See the landing, spot it until your feet almost hit the ground.
Edouard Theriault in for another hit here. I said he had a 36 the last go on. Correct myself. It was a 39 that he posted up in that last run.
Oh, diving forward, reaching over the shoulder, very similar to what we saw at Alex Hall. The way he's reaching across for that seatbelt Japan. And look at this guy. I mean, I love his style. Edjoy, as they call him. He is just so fun to watch. I mean, just the level, the enthusiasm, that sort of Henrik Harlow-inspired hype that he brings to the big air. And hard to see from that angle because he blends in with the black back.
A competitor with Evan McEachran dropping out, so now we're down to 7. But the action continues here under the lights at men's ski big air.
Oh, and there's Alex Hall lining up that big 1980 massive rotation.
Let's hear it for A. Hall.
It's
Look at
hard to believe that it's done that much with how
Just cool, calm, and collected out here tonight.
I mean, just so smooth. Sets, it's a big set. I mean, look at the grab. Both hands are on that ski. That is such a hard grab to do, let alone with a spin that big. Try this at home, folks. I mean, reach across your body. Try to grab your right foot with your right hand across your body. It is so difficult, and just making it look.
It's possible that we get another round of runs.
Yeah, I mean, talk about the vibe, and that's what's so amazing about free skiing. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're from the US or Canada or Austria. All these athletes travel the world together, and seeing each other land new tricks they've never done before, this is that motivating vibe that makes it so fun at any of these events.
Teal Harley was at the top spot for a little while. He now finds himself on the outside looking in.
But that right there was incredible. So big spin, switch, takes it off, and it's a switch double 1440. But normally you would see him sort of continuing that, and you'd expect it. It's that same rewind, pullback style trick, and that's what's led him to such high scores. That one was locked on.
jump up into a podium spot.
Edouard Theriault down now.
I mean, this is just back and forth, back and forth. Oh, Edward tightening up on that one we saw before. So he landed that trick, but needs to improve a couple points. He's got that massive 47. So coming back to that 39-point run, doing that same trick again, trying to go a little bit bigger, get the rotation all the way around so that he could up the score. If he can get, let's see, a 43 and up from that one, then he can jump up into that top spot. I mean, that was 5 would give him the lead. So if he can replace that 39, and if anybody's capable of it, it's Matej. He's got so much variety of tricks, so many big rotations. Oh, nose butter. So we see it right off the bat there. Nose butter off the lip. That's similar to the huge triple cork we saw. This one wrapping it up, double variation. Look at the boys congratulating each other at the bottom. Let's take another look at that takeoff. Nose butter, double. Brought to the sort of X Games from Henrik Harlow. Look at that Japan grab. He wraps it to his back, holds it the whole way, and we saw him go triple cork variation. This is just spun 1980 all the way around.
2 and a 36, that'll put him in 5th place as of right now. For round number 3 here, Teal Harley currently sitting in a silver medal position. He's got 2 scores in the 40, a 40 and 40s, a 40 and a 42.
Oh, Teal wrapping up a 1980 of his own. This is so hard to keep track of. The only way off the first glance that you can really even count and understand these rotations is just by the actual part of it. First, it's a spin. It's more of a 7, and then you see him wrap there in the middle. And that wrap where he looks to the sky, and you can tell he's really tweaked and his back is sort of bent. That's what kind of signals to me that it's more than a triple cork 16. It's got to be the 19 because it shows that extra spin in the middle. And other than that, I mean, you need the slow-mo.
Once time runs out, we do finish out the run order, so everyone will get the same amount of runs. Teal Harley sitting in that number 5 spot. He's tied with Matej Svancer with that 87.
Sets up big spin. He's also going for that triple cork. Wow, I mean, another huge matching Mac forehand there with that big rotation. He did that stopped pullback maneuver, and the judge, and you hear him, first drive for him. And that's just what it's about. The vibe is to a point in this event where these athletes are pushing each other, they're seeing each other land new things. When you see someone else do it, you almost can picture yourself, visualize yourself doing it. You know, a previous score by a couple points, even 2, 3 points, you can see that's the margin that they need to capture just to get up into that top 3.
So Mac forehand starts this round off again.
Oh! Mac forehand going ginormous. 1980. I think he's surprising himself. He got into this event just this morning as an alternate. Look at this grab. Reaches, holds it, tweaks it, lets go all the way down at the bottom. Landing, no hands down.
In that top spot with an 89. Can he hang on? They're all going to get one more run here in men's ski big air.
Clock's running out, but one more run. Let's go, Mac forehand switch. Yes! Triple cork 1800. He's got tricks coming out of left field.
And he's, I mean, him and Matej Swanson both have an 87 right now.
I mean, that tie gets broken by the next highest score, their highest scoring jump of those two, but he needs only an 89.
An 89, an 89, and an 87 right now with 4 minutes and some change still to go. So we take another look at Alex Hall.
Alex Hall, oh, trying to just do those same 2 tricks. So the 2 that he has, he's got a 43 and a 46. Both are with that signature Buick grab. He's got a switch 18 and a forward 19, and he's trying to improve on that score from the switch 18. But coming back to Matej, what I think the judges are doing, it's a switch quadruple cork, but it is only a switch.
We'll have to wait and see.
Alex Hall is doing it! No way! Was that a 2160? Did he just go to the future? I think he just did it.
This is what I was talking about earlier. This is where we need that X Games app to get the replays.
I need Alex to just tell me what he just did. Let's look at this wrap. Huge spin. Right there, gets the grab. There he's at switch 9. And then he wraps up. I mean, that was incredible. Alex Hall coming out. I gotta slow this down. Switch 9, switch 10, 14, 18, 21. He just did that.
Oh my.